loud, too high. Hey, Freedom Friday. We gonna go there. We going there today. Uh-oh. I'm looking a little pale today. The hell? Oh, we gonna go there today, y'all. We're gonna have to hit some Coliseum, division, racism. We gotta go there today, y'all. I was watching, hold on, hey, first let me fix my color, hold on. Looking too bright. Well, I got on blackface, hold on, wait. Man, CIA, what? Oh, nope, that's too far. Look who I look like. I look like Obama, look. All right, that's wrong. Clarence Thomas, Obama, Ben Carson. All right, that's wrong. All right, let me fix this. Why my color look wrong? They knew I was gonna talk about some racism today. They mess with my color, man. Stop messing with my color. Deep state CIA. I said y'all could stay. I'm okay with y'all keeping the police state, man. I don't have any issue with that. I just think it needs to be for the people. My color's all messed up. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, man, all right. Oh, that got a little red. Wait, too much Irish. Oh, wait, no, there's a little too much Indian. Hang on, wait, let me get it. Can you get it? I'm gonna get it. Oh, no, little green, little alien. Uh-oh. What do I know anyway? I think we all come from some damn aliens anyway. That just don't look right, but we gonna have to go with it. I think we all come from some aliens. You know what I think? I am kind of green, ain't I, Buddha? I look kind of, hold on, let me see if I can fix that. I think we all come from some aliens. I think the Earth is just a human gaming system. I think these planets, I don't even think we're really here. So what does anybody care what I think? I don't think we're really here. I think this is all fantasy. I think on every level, everything works. It's the same thing. I think just from we love gaming, or I did when I was a kid, adults do now, which is okay. Billionaires love gaming too, and they're always gaming somebody. That's why we're in the Coliseum today. They always game, it's a human gaming. And I think it's bigger than that. I think it's like planetary gaming, with the gods flying around in UFOs, putting life on planets. Energy, quantum physics, spiritual creatures decide that they want to go down and go inside of these creatures, human things, Melmachians, and game. And they just sit there from it. It's a game. Like, you know what I'm gonna be this year? This year, I think I want to be a white nationalist. Okay, you gonna be white nationalist this time, this life, for real? I'm gonna be a Black Panther. You go, all right, listen, you go there, I go here, and we might actually interface. And when we get back, we can compare data, see who murdered who and what happened, see if we get played. All right, I gotta fix my color. I can't talk about color if I can't fix my color. It's all a game. It's all a Coliseum. The world is a Coliseum. I don't know what's going on with my colors. On my screen, oh, I really messed it up now. I really look like an alien. Hold on. Looking furry and bloody, furry and blurry. That's that shea butter. Put shea butter on the skin. It's good for you. Coconut oil. There we go. Now looking kind of good. Look kind of clear. All right. Here we go. Ooh. All right. So I was kind of thinking about something. So I was looking at the news, all kind of crazy news, North Korea, Gaza, Palestine, all the stuff that they want you to think about. I don't care nothing about none of it. Well, I do care. Let me not say that. I do care. It's just that none of that's going to solve a problem, right? We're not dealing with the actual problems in our world, our universe, because people are always fighting the barcode, not the coding system. Fighting the barcode. You're born on a planet for a great game of life. And you're given this barcode. Stamp your forehead. Hold on. I got to get my comments up. Stamp the child's forehead with a stamp that says, you white, you white, you black, you're Asian, you're Hispanic, you're Palestinian, you're Israeli, you're Jewish, you're Christian. Where's my barcode at? Hold on. I can't go off and do my rant if I can't got my, where my baby barcode? Baby, baby. Where my baby at? Where my baby? Baby, baby. Is that, nope, that's not it. Where my barcode? Oh man, it's not working. Where my barcode? There she go. Baby, baby. Baby, baby. The human baby is born, and instead of letting it become what it becomes, you tell it what it is. You grow up. Scarcity, poverty, because it's a game. It's a billionaire's game. Billionaires, everything is a rich man's trick. Everything. And even on the poor levels, there's some video games. On the planetary level, it's alien games. Like I was thinking about, why aren't aliens here? Why don't we see them flying everywhere? I know this is where my friends chime in. Aliens are here. Don't even type it, because I know you type it. Stop it. Stop. I can see you right there. So type, aliens are here. I keep telling you, you're not paying attention. Stop it. I know we're the aliens. They probably are here. That's not the point. The point is it's just a game. Gaming. It's a grand coliseum. It's always a game. You give somebody a barcode, you send them in a coliseum, and you make them fight. Like, this is what I really think. I think the people who made this barcoding system, they could care less. They could. Okay, they couldn't give two damn. They think it's funny. It's a game. Like, when you have your game and you're playing your game, do you really care about the characters in the game? Not to, you know, to a degree. You might lose your life, but it's like, eh. Like, why are billionaires playing this game on people, telling people that they're white? You're a brother. That you're all of these barcodings that they give people. Because it's fun. Like, think about it. Like, really, really think about it. If you were a billionaire, and going back 100 years, 100 millionaire, whatever it is, you could buy anything. You could buy anyone, anytime. You could buy a system. You could buy a country, buy islands, buy yachts. After a while, you get bored. Damn, you know, this game is kind of boring. What else can I do? What else can I what else can I do to entertain me? I'm starting a new game. I'm gonna build an entertainment system. Is not the earth an entertainment system for aliens? Is not nations an entertainment system for billionaires? Why in the world would they care? Like, why would they be concerned about who dies, who's doing a live stream, who's in the news talking about some truth, Operation Gladio, CIA, all of this crazy stuff that's going on, nuclear proliferation? They don't care nothing about that. You think they care about some nukes, man? They don't care about no nukes. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about none of it. All they care about is you get down in that damn Coliseum, you silly monkeys, and get to fighting. That's all they care about. They just want you fighting. They just want you to get your black power on. They just want you to get your white power. They want to get it going. Me, I guess, you know, I shouldn't laugh so much, but I don't think none of this is real. I think it's silly. I think as adults at a certain point in time, you really have to get past the human barcode system. You really got to get past this. Well, you're a woman. You shouldn't be able to drive cars, Saudi Arabia. Or you're black. You did this to me. Or you're white. You've got white privilege. You know, and y'all come up with all this silly, dumb, stupid, crazy, ignorant, silly stuff, which is well placed. I mean, I'm not judging you. Everybody becomes who they're supposed to be. And other people think I'm crazy. Like, why you got friends that are white nationalists? I do. Why you got friends in the KKK? Because they are. You got friends that are Black Panthers. Are you a Black Panther? Hell no. You got friends that are Jewish. Do you hate Palestine? Nope. You got friends in Gaza. I'm just like, people, stop. You gotta slow down. Babies are born. Billionaires put barcodes on them. You as a silly parent indoctrinate them to take up a flag and fight on that side of that indoctrination. For some of us, the barcode sticker fits. You know, it fits. And for some of us, it does not. I like the Coliseum picture. Let me get rid of my baby barcode. Baby, baby. Let me show you this. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say. If you're not understanding where I'm going with this. Nope, that's the wrong button. Where the right button? Here, go right here. Bam. I'm in the Coliseum. People talk about in America, oh, it's going to be a race war. It's going to be a race war. I'm just sitting here like, okay. I'm in the bleachers. I'm going to let you know. This is where I'm sitting. I'm sitting in the bleachers. Are you going to help us? Hell no. I'm not. I have nothing to do with any of that barcode madness. That's it. That's all it is when you talk about racism and religions and all of this stuff. It's just barcoding. Why am I going to fight with somebody over their barcode? You know what? I guess for the most part, what I don't believe in Ku Klux Klan or Black Panther. I think it's Ku Klux Panther. Why? Because they're both right. That's why. They both have points. They both, and I agree with whatever they want. Now, I listen to neuroscientists and behavioral scientists who say that scarcity is what creates these conditions that cultivates hate. And I'm just like, people, hello, y'all, are y'all reading books? Y'all read, hello, is anybody? You realize that they're supposed to hate you because they're born in a certain area, and this is how the billionaire's game is playing? Hate the billionaire, not the game, or no, hate the billionaire, not the other barcode. But people they don't like to fall into that, and they just want to fight. Because you know what? I guess scarcity creates gladiators. So you can get your gladiators down on the Coliseum and get them to fighting. Get them to fighting. I ain't going to fight. I have no interest in your fight. I think it's stupid. Why would I hurt somebody for a barcode you gave them? Right? And I love you. Everybody's my family. Y'all are my brothers and sisters, whether you like me or not. But because you screwed your kid up or your daddy screwed you up, your mom screwed you up, I'm not going to fight you over the barcoding. That's stupid. The problem is the system, the barcoding system, not those doing the coding, your government, your politicians that you love to death, or the people who have the barcode stamped on them. It's not the problem. You take these babies. Here, let me show you. Put the baby back up. Baby, baby. Here's an example. Like I say it all the time. People still want to argue and fuss and complain. I say it all the time. The police aren't racist. I'll say it again. Police aren't racist. I'll say it again. Police aren't racist. They're not. They're no more racist than you. How about that? You don't like that, do you? No, you don't. Because you know why? The majority of people I know who yell and scream that police are racist, I've heard them say racist things. I'm not here to tell one side of any story. I'm here to just tell you the truth that I see. The people who call the police racist have said the most racist things behind your back that you'd never want to hear, okay? That's the truth. The truth is we live in a screwed up barcoding society. It generates a lot of hate. People get on sides, and the billionaires keep control of every damn thing. And I think it's stupid. I think the barcoding system is dumb. I think the idea that you would barcode a baby, raise it to fight in a coliseum called the United States of America or whatever country you live in, I think it's dumb. I think that people who do it are ignorant. I think a lot of them are good people, though. They just have limited information giving them an ignorant view of somebody else. So the whole police thing, again, why in the world would you call the police racist if you're racist? Because of your barcoding. The reality is the police aren't racist. The policing system is conditioned. Go talk to like you think that police treat poor black people, poor Hispanic people bad in the ghetto, the barrio? Go talk to a poor white person that lives out in the country. Talk to one that lives in a trailer park. Ask them. Find a brother with a mullet. You got to know some people with mullets, y'all. You got to find a brother with a mullet in a trailer park who was raised on nothing. You ask him how the police are treating him. That baby is going the same place the little black baby's going. It's going the same place the little Hispanic baby's going. Prison. Okay? Because you support politicians that built this system. They work for the billionaires. They write the barcoding system. They encode it. They made poverty a crime. If you don't understand, do you understand what I'm saying? See, we can do some questions. We can have a discussion. I'm good with that. And I'm good with disagreement. You can disagree with me. Because I don't know, it's like when I'm talking here, you know, I think I can get through a lot. But in the comment section, it takes a little while. The police are conditioned, right? Same thing with the Vietnam War. If you put a person in war and everybody who comes after them looks a certain way, that soldier is going to be prejudiced. They're going to be conditioned against people who look that way, right? That's not something that doesn't make the soldier prejudiced. That does not make the soldier racist. It means the soldier is in a situation and it's recognizing a threat and it looks like that. If that threat has on big boots, a gold chain, and a white shirt, has on a flannel shirt, let me hit my racism stuff. That's a flannel shirt. What y'all wear? Flannel shirt, big boots. Triads, what they wear? They wear white shirts and big gold chains. I don't know. If it has a mullet and a beer, a Colt 45, and a pickup truck with a gun rack, if it looks like Lavoy Finicom, if it looks like Trayvon Martin, the police are going to do what they're paid to do. That's not racism. That's called a broken policing system. And the police will tell you that. The police aren't allowed to be police. The police are allowed to be debt collectors for Wall Street. Why? Because we're in a big coliseum. It's a big game. And you've decided you want to be a gladiator. You've decided that you're going to take this barcoding, you're going to slap it on your forehead. I'm black. I'm white. I'm a fight. And you fight. And those of us who are actually paying attention to what the professionals are saying and how all of this gets going, we're sitting here in the Coliseum like, dang. Look, because we're in the bottom bleachers. We're not in the top of the Coliseum. We're in the bottom. We're looking up at the billionaires like, man, y'all, they're going to kill each other. Y'all going to let them kill each other? And the billionaires up there laughing, drinking. This is the game. It's okay. It's just, they're going to kill each other. Don't worry about it. Because once we get the numbers down, we got robotic drones. Once they're all dead, we got drones and the robots to fight. Have y'all seen the robot fights? Why do you think they're building robots, robot gladiators? Why do you think they're doing that? Because when the stupid people wearing the barcodes are done fighting with each other over the barcode that was slapped on them, over politicians who slapped the barcodes on everybody, cheering them. Oh, look at this. I like this one. Look at this. Look at this one. Because they got the drones coming. That's all you are. You're a drone. If you wear your barcode proudly, black power, white power, Asian power, Hispanic power, you wear that, you're just a drone. You are a clone, you're a drone, you're a barcoded human being in a game that you are being played. And you're raising your children to be played as well. And the billionaire's gonna take home all the kitty. They're taking all the booty home. You know why? Who posted that video yesterday? Did y'all see that video with the drone? Did y'all see the mini drones? Please tell me y'all saw the mini drones. Y'all gotta pay attention to the feed. Let me see if I can cue this up. Did y'all see the mini drone, the swarming mini drones? Has anyone seen that? Let me see if I can, cue this up. They don't care about you. You are a drone. You make your child a drone because you slapped a barcode on them. You tell them where to fight, which means that you won't have any power to do anything. Look at these mini drones. It's funny. And being a software engineer, I have to tell you, I don't know one talented software engineer, robotics automation type of person that's not scared to death of AI. None of them. The only ones who I know are promoting it are the ones who I would never let work for me. Are the ones who are like C student, D student, writing bad code, or just something's really sick with them. The geniuses around this world are telling you AI is a really bad thing. I was watching as I try to find this, I was watching a great discussion this morning. I'm not sure if I posted it. It was a TED Talk. It was a TED Talk. I'll post it later. And he was basically saying the real problem with with AI is the trust. The real problem is really stupid people trusting. And when AI fails, it doesn't fail small, it fails big. There was another, I'll have to post it when I'm done. I'll post it on the thread. There was another good talk on that. This is what I want you to see. Let me see if I can show this to you.
Customer pilots directed almost 3,000 precision strikes last year. We're super proud of it. It allows you to separate the bad guys from the good.
I just want to show you the swarming drones.
Not quite. Hell of a pilot? No. That skill is all AI. It's flying itself. Its processor can react 100 times faster than a human. The stochastic motion is an anti-sniper feature. Just like any mobile device these days, it has cameras and sensors, and just like your phones and social media apps, it does facial recognition. Inside here is 3 grams of shaped explosive.
3 grams.
This is how it works.
Boom.
Did you see that?
That's it.
That little bang is enough to penetrate the skull and destroy the contents.
Stop right there. That is a kid's toy. And it's also very old technology. Very old. That technology is at least 15 to 20 years old. Those microprocessors you can buy now on the open market. You're a drone. And when they're done with you, they're going to put you where they need to put you. Like, what do we do? I always like to talk about what we do. And you can watch the rest of the video. If you haven't seen it, it's interesting. I mean, they talk about the deployment of these guys, right? So that's just one. You realize they can take everybody that's white pie, everybody black pie. And when they're done with you being crazy and violent and hating each other and good, well-meaning hate, what we call yesterday, happy hate, and you're done with your happy hate, they can take your face, they can upload it to a system. Let me see if I can find a picture. They can put it on the back of these jets. These
the bad half.
C-17, the bad guys. Release a swarm of drones in the city and eradicate every last one of you. For almost free. Almost free. All it is a kid's toy and a microcontroller and 3 grams of explosives. They can release it in a city and pretty much take out everybody they need to take out. They can release it at a college or a university that's talking. I think that was his other example. You know, where they got the, what do y'all call them? Y'all call them deplorables. Terrorists can use them. Terrorists can make them. This is the world we're making. So we're not making technology to help people. AI's purpose is not to help you. Did y'all know about, oh gosh, there was a, I don't want to do the AI because this is where y'all decide you want to go because you want to get in the Coliseum and fight over your barcoding. Did y'all see the racist AI? They have an AI system they use in the legal system. It's called Compass. Compass. And so this is what the guy's talking about. The guy was talking about how the biggest failure AI will be trust, that people will actually trust the system. So they have a system that did some sort of calculation for recidivism rates, and I guess the judges were using for determining how long someone would go to prison for. And it was an AI system. And you know what the system was doing? They proved that the AI system was 76% more likely to have a higher recidivism rate for minorities than anybody else. And so the AI system was actually empirically proven racist. That's what's racist. You think the police are racist? The police, you can't prove the police are racist. The AI system that got deployed was racist. And while it's not funny, it's because you're still blaming the police. It's because you're still blaming non-scientific, emotional, ego-driven arguments that actually have absolutely nothing to do with the solution. People are busy fighting each other. They're arguing with each other, yelling and screaming. So why is it important that I make friends with people who were raised to not like me, perhaps raised in an area where they didn't have people who look like me? Because most of the people who look like me they'll put on TV and they'll say things that are emotional. Because they don't put people on television who aren't entertaining. They put people on television who are rebel rousing, the ones who are going to give the Hollywood narratives, the ones who are going to give the barcoder perspective to start a fight. Why? Because it sells newspapers. It sells likes and clicks and whatever. I'm not even sure that I'm a big on the conspiracy side of the media necessarily, you know, outside of Operation Mockingbird, which is true, but it's entertainment. It makes money. And so it's good to put a person that looks like me on television yelling and screaming things to piss off people on the other side who are raised in just as much poverty and have just as much gripe with the barcoding system. Because they play you against each other. Because this world is a coliseum. Yes, Carrie, it is very crazy. It's very crazy. And to a degree, it's scary. It's scary that people don't have enough love for their kids that they would slap a barcode on. It's scary that here we are as adults and we still have to have conversations about barcoding kids. Like, we still have to have conversations with people who actually believe that the problems aren't us. That's what's scary to me. They're using Homeland Security to surveil the water protectors here, treating them like terrorists and using policies meant for terrorists, peaceful water protectors. Yes, Grace, because the other side is okay with it because their barcoding told them that they're supposed to be for Trump and against the water thing. Their barcoding told them that they were supposed to vote for Obama, and Obama just slapped a little $1 million fine, but was a big Wall Street president. They believe that their barcoding has something to do with them. And when it's all said and done and they're done using that system against the water protectors, they're going to use it against people in the country. They're going to use it against poor whites. They're going to use it against the Lavoie Finnecos, right? That's how all this works. It all is very simple. It's not complex. It's not hard. You don't need to do any research. You don't need to read a bunch of books. You don't. It actually is really stupid, simple, and in your face. The oppressed always become the oppressor. Hate the barcoding system, not the game. Don't go in the Coliseum and be a gladiator for the billionaires up in high rows laughing at everybody. It's just a game for them. And very soon they won't need you for anything. Like we talk about what to do. And we talk about the whole business class and how we know that they are the sellouts. We know it's the middle class that are the problems. Like they're, you know, like Shrek said, ogres have layers, right? Greed has layers. And the only reason big greed exists is because you got a lot of little mini greeders, right? And they're self-righteous and they think that they're not holding down the poor, the lower class, and pushing them into the prison class, and they are. They pretend that they actually care about the poor, and they don't, because they vote for politicians who are making poverty a crime, which is why it pisses off the poor whites and turns them into hate, and it pisses off the poor blacks and Hispanics and turns them into hate, because it fuels the prison system. It's the system. The entire system is broken down. Well, it's not broken down. It actually makes a lot of sense. It was designed to work this way because billionaires like games. They enjoy the game of it. They have nothing else to do. They've got 10 yachts, lots of big houses. They don't care nothing about race or the barcoding. They just give it to you because they know you care about it, and they keep the system going. So now we're coming into rolling out AI, so I want to get to this sort of college thing. You know, should people send their kids to college? You know, that's something you got to figure out, something you got to answer. But the bottom line is that the kids are being indoctrinated to be sellouts. They're being indoctrinated to join the middle class and become a self-righteous mini billionaire and hold down the poor. And it's holding the system up. I believe in a concept of starve the system, you get an opportunity to fix the system. Think about this for a concept. Your money, whatever you make, knowing that money is still slavery and it's just human labor, it's slavery and it's all races. If your money makes it more than 50 miles from you, It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. You should try to keep as much as your money as you can, as much as you spend, it should be with a manufacturer within 50 miles. It's something I like to call sustainability. Now, mind you, you can't always do it because, you know, you got to have your phone and your car, and I get that. But if you make sure the majority of your purchases are from a local farmer, a local clothing maker, a local shoemaker, it means that the billionaires will have less. When the billionaires have less, they have other things that they got to go do. They don't have as much to buy your political party. They don't have as much money to cause as much trouble as they do. You're empowering your neighbor instead of fighting with Lavoy Finicum or fighting with Trayvon Martin type of people. You're actually starting small businesses. You're making money. You have power to actually make some of your own decisions. You have time to actually read and understand that this is a barcoding system. Your money should stay local. Like all the trade wars are kicking off now. What did Trump do? I saw this morning, I saw a pop up. Was it 50 billion or 80 billion tariffs against China? People like, oh my God, he's a monster. And I'm like, yeah, like, yes, oh, that's great. For the wrong reason, but it's great. It's great because that's another 50 to 80 billion that will have to come from a local place. 50 or 80 billion that can go to small business, which means that we have more diversity. Diversity is a good thing. Diversity is a phenomenal thing. The more empowered small business owners you have, the less of a damaging elite class that you have. It is a great thing. Try to keep your money within 50 square miles. Spend less, spend local. It's a very simple concept. The less money that they have, the less laws they buy. The less laws they buy, the less unconstitutional laws they buy, the less problems they can cause in making poverty illegal with more laws. The less they make poverty illegal, the less racism you have, the less hate you have. The less racism and hate you have, the more people talk. The more people talk, the more they dialogue, the less violence you have. I think the opposite of violence might actually be dialogue. When people talk, they don't war. When people talk and they get to know you, they don't war. Like, and it's two sides of it in America. Unfortunately, two big sides. There's a lot of division in America, but the two big sides, I guess, two big sides of fools. Wrong word. Two big sides of ignorant people raised, and they don't see the matrix code yet. Is they want a black nation. They want a white nation. I'm okay with that. Perfectly okay with that. I believe in self-determination. I think if you prefer to live with all purple people, you should be allowed to get together with other people who want to live with all purple people and go live with all purple people. I think that's it. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's like Crimea. Y'all was upset. What did Trump say about Crimea? Say Crimea is obviously Russian because everybody speaks Russian. Like America, so I guess every country that speaks English must be American. They don't know if he said that or not, but it's funny to me. If people want to go self-determine and live and have a preference with each other, then what's wrong with that? Like, why does somebody have to like you? Nobody has to like you. Nobody has to like your color. Me personally, I don't like chocolate ice cream. I think chocolate ice cream is nasty. You know, I'm okay with it existing, but I don't want to put it in my mouth. You know, I prefer vanilla and strawberry, you know, damn it, some lemon. Butter pecan, you know, I prefer not from the boobies of a cow. I want it to be gluten-free, almond-based or something, but stop telling people what to do. Crimea, if Crimea wants to go be separate from Russia, let them, but they don't. The polls said something was like 97% of people polled in Crimea, they wanted to be a part of Russia, then let them. You know, if Catalonia wants to break off, let them self-determine. Stop telling people what to do just because they're born somewhere. That's another part of the barcoding system. They're born somewhere. You feel that they have to belong. They have to be owned by somebody. And I don't think that's the case. I don't think anybody should be owned by. I don't think anybody is owned by anybody. You want to go have your own little black African nation? Go ahead. Go have a little white nation? Go ahead. Better not be North America, though, which is the funny part. Better not be in North America. Because when you get all the white folk together, they get a little section of Alabama, the ones who don't want to relate with anybody. We're going to keep it together. We're going to keep blue eyes and some blonde hair. We're going to stay right here. Race. I'm okay with that. Hey, listen, I love them brothers. That's that's their preference, I'm okay with that. Don't be violent with it. I'm okay with that. You know, I love my brown skin and my afro. We gonna get together, black power. We gonna have our nation. Go find your little place. You, I don't know, Chicago, wherever y'all want to live. I think you should have a little land. Now you got to buy the land, right? You got to do it legally, whatever. Have your little thing. Then y'all decided, you know what? We don't want to be a part of America no more. We're gonna start our own state. We're gonna start a country called the Black Republic. We started a nation called the White Republic. I'm okay with that. But it's funny to me, and I'd want to be here in 1,000 years when all of you look like Native Americans. That's the funny part. That's the funny part when solar energy disagrees with you. That's the funny part when your DNA disagrees with you. It says, nah, you're in North America. Your skin color is about to be the tone of indigenous people. Your hair should be about the length and the thickness of indigenous people. And it ends up you looking just like you're a Native American. Both of them. You'd have white nation and black nation, and they'd all be Native American. It would be really funny too. And the kids would be like, oh, our ancestors were so stupid. My great-great-great-great-great-granddaddy was just a dummy. He didn't read any books. I don't know. The education system failed back then. We did some research. They had something called the Department of Education. Made everybody stupid, indoctrinated, and made them dumb. Don't fight people over the barcode given them. Now I'm gonna come in the defense of them, though. Let me come into the defense of them, though. They are who they're supposed to be, right? They are who they're supposed to be. I'm not going to use all my privileges, right? I have what's called black privilege. I have parent privilege. I had 2 of them. They both went to college. I have their education privilege. They gave me an education. I got my education privilege. I had my privileges. I had uncles who didn't believe none of this crap and told me right from jump that this is all a bull. This is all bull, all of it. I had the privilege of knowing poor white folk and black folk growing up. Friends from really young ages. I have all these privileges, and I'm not going to use those privileges to say that those people aren't who they're supposed to be. If you were raised in the barrio the way they were, if you were raised in Mexico the way they were, in some sort of impoverished environment, if you were raised in the trailer park, if you were raised in the ghetto, you would become precisely what the barcoding system wants you to be. It's not your choice. That's exactly what you would become. So it's not about fighting them. You know, I think you have to focus on not getting behind people with bad ideas. That's what you got to do. This is why there's pretty much no politician you would call your black politicians, which I don't think these words exist, but that's what you call them. I have no interest in what any of them have to say. For the most part, not everybody, but for the most part, they're way off the mark if they want to help black people. Way off the mark. Way off the mark. Because they're bought by Wall Street. I have no interest in the white politicians. Same problem. Right? They all want to be these mid-tier billionaires that climb higher, be a millionaire, you know, well, thousandaire, and they want to be 100,000aires, and they want to be millionaires, and they want to sell the book, sell out a little more, be billionaires. Why would you get behind people whose goal is to prop up the barcoding system that's violent based to keep this all going, starving people, keeping them poor, making them angry, flipping warrior genes so they can fight in a coliseum because it makes a whole lot of money? Why would you get behind somebody that sellout? Why? How does it make sense? You're smarter than that. That's who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to them. And it's billionaire kids too. I'm not talking to them either. They were raised to be that way. They had a barcode slapped on them that told them this is how you should be. You should be wealthy. This is how the world works. They work for you. They're slaves. We barcode them at birth. And we make them fight in a coliseum. And it's just how the world works, baby. And you believe it. I'm not talking to them. They're real, right? They are real. Y'all remember the Cat Williams comedy skit where where the tiger ate the guy? I forgot the name of it. Something about the tiger. Forgot the name of it. But the guy climbed in the tiger cage and the tiger ate him. You know, and everybody's mad at the tiger. But the tiger was who he was supposed to be. The tiger was the only real one in the equation. The tiger sitting in the zoo, spending his whole life just waiting to show these dumb humans it's a tiger. and it'll attack. Poor people raised in impoverished environments given a barcode and the hate to go along with it and the scarcity because you're doing nice and they're not, they are who they're supposed to be. They pick up that flag, start marching. They are who they're supposed to be. Puff out that afro, get the fist, black power, black lives matter, white lives matter. The ones who are raised in certain conditions, that's who they're supposed to be. That's the battle they were given from birth, and they're going to fight that fight. It's those of you who know better are the ones I'm talking to. Those of you. That's why I have friends who are in the Klan. I have friends who are white national. Well, I have some. Wait a minute. I have some who say they used to be. I still think they are, but they tell me that. And I have friends on the other sides of it. I don't blame them. The system did it to them, the barcoding system. But I'm not going to get behind them, right? When they write these books, these Black Panther books. Is there a White Panther? I don't know. They have, what was it? White? What was that? It's not White Panther. Is it White Panda? I don't know what it is. Whatever it is. They write a book. I'm not going to buy the book. I'm not going to read the book because I understand the hate that goes along with it. And it is very well-meaned, or not well-meaned, well-designed environments to create hate. And it's all legislated. All of it. All of the scarcity is legislated. Little poor baby can't be born in our country, jump up and decide it wants to go be a farmer, grow cannabis, wants to make alcohol, run some moonshine, wants to be a cattle farmer, graze cattle on some land. They can't do that. So they become who they're supposed to become. Your battle is not with the gladiators, if you understand what's going on. If you actually have the privilege of doing research, you have the privilege of understanding concepts about how billionaires have screwed this planet. Understand that this is a human gaming system. Understand that we don't have a future that the robot's going to take at all. It's your spot to be smart enough to not turn on the gladiators and understand that the gladiators were raised to be gladiators. Listen to them. That's your position. Your position as an adult is to listen to them. You fight hate with love. You fight hate with understanding. You fight hate understanding how the business class and the middle class screwed all of them. That's how you fight it. You fight it by growing up. You don't fight it by getting behind somebody else who actually believes in the barcoding system. Thank you, Gloria. They are pre-programmed. There are people pre-programmed to hate you for your skin, for your religion, because you eat at Chick-fil-A, because you like some waffle fries. That brother here, he still hate me. You know, people are they're pre-programmed to hate you. Little child born in Israel, raised by Zionists, what do you think they're going to become? Little child raised in Gaza, raised in scarcity. Who do you think that they're going to become? Who do you think that they're going to hate? They're raised that way. Don't hate them. Don't hate the barcode. Don't even hate the coder. Understand the coder. The ally and the person you're supposed to trust and all of that is the tiger. That's the one who's real. They are being real. The middle class, the business class, the people who actually understand or who are capable, intellectually capable of understanding how this works. And now mind, let me say it the right way. Because when you're raised in those environments, you still are intellectually capable. You just have genes that are flipped for aggression. You have genes that are flipped for fear because you need to be a warrior. And that's what the warrior, that's why they call them warrior genes. Those 27 genes that regulate the psychopathic DNA. They have the intellectual capacity. They just got a lot of that anger. When it gets, what is it? One of my psychology friends can talk about it. Or the adrenaline gets released in your system, and there's a DNA, there's one coded DNA that flips, and you can't get it out of your system. And so it doesn't break down what those chemicals are doing in your body. So like, you know how when you get upset, And I'm gonna mess up the explanation. This is why I always post lectures by people who know what they're talking about. I'm just trying to consolidate it because I'm dumb for other people who need simple, who need to hear things simply. They can't get that aggression out of their system, right? They can't get, it's just like they're shaking, they're like flipping, they're about to flip out. You know, I know some crazy people. Y'all know some crazy people. And they get upset and you get upset and the same thing happened. The boss said this and I want to kill him. I'm just mad. I'm mad as hell. You know better, but you're saying this stuff. I'm a quit. I'm a whatever. An hour later, you're calm. Like, you know what? Let's go to lunch. The other person, they still got that look in their eye. They still got that anger. They still have that chemistry going in their brain and throughout their body that's got them aggressive. That's some of the basic understandings of the chemistry behind the warrior genes and what it does. They're supposed to be that way. You are the one who are supposed to be smart enough to say, I'm not going to kill my boss. Why would we kill the boss? That's stupid. You know, I don't want to work late, but that's just dumb. But you went off and you got like really riled up and you riled somebody else up who has those warrior genes. And now their DNA, which actually can't filter out whatever that stuff is that keeps them aggressive. Now they go home at lunch break, they get a gun, come back and shoot everybody in the office. It's up to you to be smart. It's up to you to read. If you don't understand what the warrior gene, you need to look into it. They are the very real people. The angry ones, they're the real people. Now the sick thing though is the system that preys upon them. And this is why I don't call it a racist system. We have a DNA system. Is that a word? I make up words sometimes. We have a DNA cyst system, right? Because you have kids who are having these warrior genes invoked. They go into, and even if they make it as far as a corporate environment, most times the prison system will catch these kids when they're young, right? They'll catch them early on and get them in the prison system because they want to make money from it as quickly as possible, both white, black, Mexican, Gaza, everywhere, right? Palestinian. They thrive on taking somebody's DNA and making a criminal out of them. Like, process that for a minute. Put away your ideologies about skin color and how you attach skin color to meaning anything. They take kids' DNA, a dysfunction perhaps. I mean, you could call it a dysfunction. For our society, it's a dysfunction, but it's not a dysfunction for human anatomy. Human anatomy is designed to work that way. When kids are raised in aggressive environments, they're supposed to become aggressive. They take the human body and they use that against them and they put them in prison and you go along with it. I have friends that are psychopaths and I know some of them. I know exactly who they are. I give them more leeway than I give anybody, right? Because they're the ones who are being real. They're the ones, they might be the kindest, gentlest people on the planet when they don't have those genes invoked. It's up to us to be the smart ones, right? If we're supposed to be. It's not up to us to get behind them. It's up to us to understand them and understand their aggression, understand their anger, understand that maybe we can't even understand what it's like to grow up and have one pair of shoes. That was your brother's. To grow up and know what it's like that dad leaves and just to pay for the trailer, mom has to get 5 jobs. Mom is never home. Maybe one of those jobs is being a hooker. And you know this as a kid growing up. What kind of anger does that give you? Ask yourself that. What kind of anger does that give you if you know that your mom is sleeping with people to put food on the table? That's where a lot of these people come from. These are people that you want to hate. These are people that you want to fight. These are people that you want to keep this DNA, socioeconomic, non-racial, but warrior genist system going. That's what the prison system is. You know, they put prisons in small, impoverished towns just to build up the town, just to give an economy. You know that's why Obama built all the prisons he did, right? Yeah, He did that because it helps the economy in those towns. right? It gets politicians elected when you put prisons in poor towns. And and what do you get when you have a big, massive prison and nobody in it? Don't make any money. That's why Obama built more prisons than elementary schools. It's not about educating children. It's all about what Wall Street wants. Billion. And I'm not hitting Obama. I just I'm the wrong one to pretend to. You can go pretend to other people who don't read. I read. You're not going to pretend to me that he didn't do what all billionaires wanted him to do. He built up the same system. Poor towns need jobs. He built the prison so the poor towns would have jobs to get the Democrats' votes. It's exactly how it worked out. Republicans love it too. The Republicans do the same exact thing. And so when you got a big prison with nobody in it, you have to write laws to fill it. Who do you write those laws against? Do you write those laws against people with money who can hire lawyers, who can go into court and say this is an unconstitutional law? No, you don't. You write laws against you write laws to trap the most impoverished people who cannot defend themselves. That's it. And it really is that simple. And I always push back, and I always push people back to one of the best books I've read as an adult, who actually did the research and just blew the doors wide open on how all of this works. Her name is Michelle Alexander. I've said it, and my friends know I say it once a month. If you haven't read The New Jim Crow, you need to read it. This is socioeconomic based, which is why they are trapping white kids in large amounts, Mexican kids in large amounts, like they do the black kids, because you have a lot of impoverished people who now fit the scheme of what's needed to fill those prisons that Obama built. And now the next party comes in, oh, Trump is the demon and the enemy. No, he's not. He's doing the same thing. He's doing what he's told to do. So now he's bolstering the police. Why? Oh, because he wants to get the darkies. No, it's not. He wants to get your kids too. That's the job. So he's going to build up police to fill those prisons, which is why I always like to tell the truth. I love it, which is why white kids are shot by police more than black kids. I'm not interested in the percentage games. I'm interested in if one child gets shot, it's a bad idea. It's a bad thing. All right, I'm gonna go to the comments. This is what I see. I see a barcoding system. Some great pictures. I love these pictures. Barcoding system, and a lot of people raised to fight the barcode and be the barcode, and people who know better don't read the books, don't educate themselves on how the system and the barcode system works. And they get behind that flag, whether that's a white power flag or a black power flag. And these are good people who can figure it out. If you understand what I'm saying, you're the one who needs to act. Don't blame the tiger. The tiger's going to be the tiger. The tiger is going to be the tiger. The tiger with the neck tattoos and goes into the prison system and takes the baby warrior gene, whereas he's only a little bit on the psychopath spectrum. He just did a little something. Threw the little white kid in prison, threw the little black kid in prison, threw the little Mexican kid in prison who just joined the gang because he wanted to have friends and he wanted to be safe walking to school because he's tired of kids stealing his lunch bag and the gang stealing his book bag. And he joined. Now he's in the prison system. And it takes that minimum spectrum of the psychopath genes that they flipped and it blows it up into like a massive real psychopath that doesn't give a damn about you, that will rape, kill, rob, steal, destroy to survive. That's why our society is getting increasingly violent. But don't blame the tiger. Blame the business class. Blame yourself. Blame your education. Blame your collecting as much slave labor dollars as you can, putting them in your bank account, starving those kids. Blame yourself. If you're voting for politicians and you're supporting politicians, which both parties do it, are building out the unconstitutional laws to break policing in America for corporations and their profits, for the prison system, blame yourself. That's who you need to be fighting. Blame yourself. It's a little hard, a little rough this morning for Freedom Friday, but we had to hit the prison system because it's Friday. And that's all it is. It's just a barcoding system. It's a way of taking a baby and making an inmate out of it. That's all it is. They slapped a barcode on and you believe the barcode. All right, let me go down. Let me go back. I'm going to go down to the comments. Ran my mouth, didn't even look at the comments. It's a little emotional for me. A little bit. I know. I got a little emotion. A little tear right there. Little one. A little emotional for me. I had a dear friend who was raised in the prison system, who was black, who didn't belong there. At the age of, I guess I was 18, I got really well adjusted to what the prison system was and going to visit him and to go see my friend, childhood friend I knew since 5 years old, to sit in a prison in a cage like an animal, and all the other kids who were sitting in there, going in to visit, getting my visitor badge, sitting and waiting and going in. And some days he can come out, some days he can't. And I'm in college and I've seen the other side of it. And I grew up around poor white kid, or one in particular who was a good friend of mine, and he's in prison. I understand how this mess works, you know. Anyway, all right, let me go. So a little emotional, but little emotional, little bit. I don't think a lot of this is real. I think we go through the experiences we have to share with other people so we can actually come about something that will solve a problem. Be mad at me. The police aren't racist. Not so much as you're stupid. Love you. Love you. Police aren't racist. You're stupid. Your politicians don't care. You built the system out. Your happy hate is what made real hate. It's a real story. Sucks. I know. Sucks. But it's something we got to swallow. Made me sick to the gut. Yes, Brenda, it makes me sick to the gut too. It does. It's an evil, sick system, but we can fix it. It's not even hidden anymore. Yes, it is Freedom Friday. Is that your name? I don't think that's your name on YouTube. Anyway, people got different profile names. Destroy the contents. Destroy the contents. How removed from humanity is it? Is that statement? Pure psychopath. Destroy the contents. Oh yeah, that's sick, Brother Gown. That is sick. I'm not even sure who said that, but people aren't contents. In the game, they call out one another as bad guys. Right, they do, because they're barcoded too, right? They get in there and they're barcoded to yell and scream and fight each other, because that's the Coliseum, right? Once they put you in the poverty Coliseum, they give you a sword, a shield, and your armor. Tigers are gonna fight. That's the only thing that they know. You release them from prison, that's what they're gonna do. You take kids and you put them in, that's what they're gonna do. You raise them in poverty, that's what they're gonna do. And so it is a sick game, but it is a game, and we play it. We're rolling the dice, and if we're in the business class, middle class, and we're constantly rolling the dice, and we're not calling out the politicians, and we keep voting for them, it's only gonna get worse. We go and we fight the tiger that was raised to be a tiger instead of fighting the politician that makes him a tiger, the laws that they all make money on. All right, let me keep going. News we can use. Thank you, Gerard, for your daily live streams. Always enlightening. Thank you, Sandra, but girl, I already know you know. I already know, and thank you for joining, because a lot of my friends, sometimes they hear me say the same thing, and because my passion kind of slips in, and those are things that I think we really need to focus on, some real basic root cause fixes, and not the perpetuating, yelling and screaming emotional drama. Yes, Ty, welcome. Good morning, Ty. Bread in the circus. Yes, and that's what it is. And that's why they brought bread to the Coliseums too, right? They brought the bread to the Coliseums. Feed the population. Keep them entertained. Don't tell them that the gladiators really shouldn't be gladiators, and you can actually fix the gladiators from being gladiators. Feed the crowd. Make them happy. Give them some grapes. Keep them fighting. But don't let them turn around and question the billionaires in the up row. Hey man, y'all, hey, is this a good idea? You train the gladiators to get fighting mad and stuff. One of them look like he wants to do some raping. Is it a good idea to put him back in prison and let him go time and time again? Y'all gonna do that? Oh, it's okay? Oh, it's just my kids getting raped. Okay, oh, okay, it's okay. We have to wake up. We have to wake up and take the barcode labels off. Take them off. Some of those stickers stick real good. You know, like produce, like how do you put the organic stickers on the produce? Some of those stickers don't stick so well, they start falling off. If your barcode stickers aren't sticking so well, if you realize that your religion is just controlling you, maybe think about a little spirituality. If you realize that they're playing you against other people, if you've been seeing that you're doing the same strategy of fighting hate with hate, fighting the racism with racism, and you're seeing that it's not helping, it actually is making things worse, it's polarizing sides even worse. Your sticker's not fitting well. The barcode, you can peel it off. You can realize that the barcode, maybe you were evolved, and that barcode, I mean, even names, I like this picture, even names. Your name is not you. I love how some of the cultures actually gave names to the children based on their personalities. They didn't name them till they were teenagers, as opposed to naming them, your name is John. That's not your name. That's not what you are. That's a designation. It is another type of barcode. Sadly, most people will welcome AI. Yes, Yvonne, they will, because AI is fun. AI is interesting. AI makes life easier until it kills people. All the self-driving cars killing people. You know, they're going to embrace AI. I don't think we can change that. I think people are always going to run with the latest high technology. All we can do is change who controls that technology. It's like GMO. I'm not against GMO, genetically modified organisms. I'm not against them. I'm against eating them. I'm not against genetic engineering. I'm against rolling it out without actually testing it long term. I think they can bring back those, the dodo bird, like we talked about, the dodo bird is extinct and we can save the dodo, we can bring the dodo bird back possibly. There is a plant that is actually, it creates a seed that only the dodo bird's digestive system can propagate. So the tree is actually dying because the whole environment's related. They could bring the genetic engineers could bring the dodo bird back. Your fight is not with the scientists that do genetically modified organisms. Your fight is with the corporation that actually sells it and puts it in your kid's lunch. That's where your fight is. Your fight is not with the barcoding. Your fight is with the barcoders, the barcoding system that allows these corporations to exist and do the things that they do. Your fight isn't with necessarily the Democrats and the Republicans. Your fight and the politicians that all sell them out for the prison system. Your fight is with a system that will put a baby in a cage. That's your fight. That's what I'm thinking. On point with my analysis. Thank you. It's not my analysis, sister. I just listen to what people a lot smarter than I say, and I'm just repeating it. Because they say it dumb enough that I can understand it. They do not even really represent, they do not really even pretend anymore. They feel justified in their disdain. They do, Brenda, but some of them are true blue spectrum psychopaths, right? So we have to love them. You have to understand them. You have to listen to them. Sometimes you got to let them rage a little bit. My psychopathic friends, and I know you got some, and I know you know who they are. Sometimes they got to rage a little bit. And it's your job to understand that they have DNA that makes them rage. They have DNA that's not breaking down whatever those chemicals are that the body releases when they get excited. You can calm down in 5 minutes. They're going to take an hour and a half or maybe a week. And it's your job to say, you know what, I'm just going to let you do what you got to do and let you calm down. It's like a whole husband-wife team or husband-husband, wife-wife team relationship where they understand, like, you're mad. I understand you're mad. I'm not mad anymore. But you deal with things in a different way than I do and let them calm down. The fight is not hate, fighting people who have hate. The fight is fighting the politicians who've made the hate profitable. That's what you want to fight. Fight the system, not the barcode. Wannabes are helping the elite maintain control because they're almost there. Right, exactly, Brother Gellin. They sell us out left and right. You know, they got that 400,000 in the bank. They can be a millionaire. All they got to do is keep selling out for another 10 years, working for a big corporation, and they're going to do it. You know, because that's how the system really works. This really pisses me off, indoctrination of the kids. It does, Kimberly, and all we can do is talk about it, right? Because, we wouldn't even be talking about it if it weren't for the internet. We wouldn't even understand that all of this stuff kind of fits together to a point where we can start sharing with other parents that they're actually screwing their kids right from birth and giving them a designation. you know, all kind of things, all kind of barcoding, all kind of indoctrination that we give these kids. Get small, get local. Yes, brother Gown. That's what I think. I think that, and if you can limit your spending to not affecting 50 square miles, but only businesses within 10 miles, oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. The more local you are, the better. The more trade wars there are, the better. The less power and money billionaires have, the better. Be creative, utilizing methods outside of their boxes. Absolutely, Sandra. Any way to get outside of the box is going to help. Any way we take from their power, the better. China Gate swings the other way. Brother Mark is saying, and you know, and if China Gate is the whole, I'm not even sure what he's saying, brother Mark. You hit me with something. I'm not even sure what that is. I thought that was a trade war. I don't know what that is. Boycott buy locally. Yes, Celia. Locally raised food. Kill your television. It's all propaganda and advertising. Vote third, fourth, and more party candidates. Yes, Celia. I agree with all of that. All of that helps. Right? There are people who are saying, well, if you vote a third party, I'm not going to win. Are you in this to win? What do you win? What is your prize? I'm out of curiosity. Democrats, what did you ever get when you won? Republicans, what did you ever get? I'm not talking to the people on the top that get to write books and sell, you know, have book deals and talks. And I'm talking about the people who don't have any damn thing. You don't get any damn thing. And the few things you get, you just get a screw with it. So I'm on board with all of those decisions. UK election was rigged by the USA. Why we blame Russia, roll into our big joke. Yes, I agree, brother Mark, and United States has been controlling elections since the beginning of time. We are phenomenal at it. Our CIA, they know what the hell they're doing. They make money on a violent world, destabilizing things, starting wars, and they're not going to stop. We can modify their purpose in the world if we want to, but it means we got to stop fighting each other over these silly little barcoding systems that has everybody so riled up. Let's fight over barcodes. A lot of fun. Clean up Congress. Yes, Celia. All of Congress has to go, if you ask me. I can't understand why a lot of the politicians in Congress are still there. Like, why the heck McCain is still being elected is beyond me. Nancy Pelosi and the rest of these monsters. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why people want to put Hillary Clinton's daughter, who has to be a psychopath just like her because they raised her, and we know the warrior genes flipping is transgenerational. Why would you want that for Hillary Clinton's daughter? You know, you want to take her and put her in an institution and get her a brain scan and make sure she's not like her mommy and daddy. Assuming that's her daddy, assuming that's her mommy. I don't know. Everybody's pre-programmed. Absolutely. Stockholm effect of all. Absolutely. It is the Stockholm effect, Stockholm syndrome. No doubt. Fear, fear, fear. Yes, Brenda, people can't have any fear. They have to let it go. It's like, well, if I vote this way, then the other barcoded side's going to win. What are you scared of? Like, why is that so? Is anything changing? Nothing's changing. You keep voting and you keep electing people, electing, and nothing's changing. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. You know, so I think the fear is in the definition of insanity. You keep doing the same thing and nothing's changing. At a certain point in time, you should be able to figure it out. Brother Chris calls it on his live streams, deprogram to reprogram. Absolutely. We have to deprogram our barcoding and reprogram. Brother Chris has got a phenomenal name for his live streams. If y'all don't follow him, you should follow him. Perception is a commodity. Oh, brother Donald, that's deep. We are aggressively manipulated to think and feel about everything with repeated deceitful narratives and images. USA media, MSNBC, Fox, and all the media, blah, 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 blah. Facebook, Twitter, manufacture support or disapproval for whatever the oligarchy chooses. Your thoughts and your feelings are given or on any given topic are largely not your own. Yes, brother Don. Deep as the ocean is deep. Y'all, did y'all hear what Don? Did y'all just hear what he said? Y'all need to listen to this, brother. Spot on. Perception is a commodity. You know, I was thinking about brother Don the other day. I was thinking about what's radical. What's radical? What radical is? It's anybody who who totally agrees with their barcoding to an extreme effect, and anybody who disagrees with all barcoding. That's who's radical. Those are the problem people. The people who actually are in the middle and just go along with the barcoding and keep the system the same, they fit in. They can say and do anything they want. They'll never be censored and they'll be cheered. They are exactly what the system needs. But the people who go too far in that psychopath barcoding area, they become problems. And the people who disagree with all barcoding, that's who the radical is when corruption runs everything. That's who you need to be. You need to be somebody who completely disagrees with all barcoding. Let human beings be human beings and stop. So, deep, beyond deep. Thank you for that contribution, brother. Okay, Gloria had to run. I got to run too, Gloria. I'm just about to get out of here. I'm gonna last couple comments and I'm gonna go on a Freedom Friday. Blame the barcoding system, not the people who got barcoded. So very right. Thank you. Certainly appreciate it. Warrior genes come from adversity, not just prison. Yes, well, brother Gal, because you study it too. I look at it. I mean, the warrior genes, they come from a lot of things, right? They come from starvation. They come from captivity. They come from parents not being around. The warrior genes, they come from stresses. I mean, stresses that are imposed on a human body that take you to a place where you have to survive, which is where you have to become a warrior, which is why they call them the warrior genes, right? Because you're in certain conditions that bring your body stress. That means that you need to turn on mutant-like capability where you don't feel pain, where you don't feel empathy, where you don't feel that love and compassion. You're just aggressive all the time and you're ready to fight. So it comes from various things. Anybody who wants to look into warrior gene, you absolutely should. If you educate a lot of kids well, then you end up with a lot of people who need higher than 25% an hour when they graduate. Yes, Grace, and you can't have that. You can't have that. You know, I mean, we look at the economy and we talk about the economy a lot, and you know, why we need to be worried about automation in the hands of these people. It's not because robots are going to take your job tomorrow. It's not because the automation is going to take your job tomorrow. It's because they are going to take your job. If you got a hands-on job, if you're a contractor, construction person, an electrician, you do things that are more difficult to do. Say, oh, my job is safe. No, it's not. Every day, your salary is losing value. You are losing value to your company every day, because every day someone's getting automated out of another job. How that racist system, the racist AI, Compass, took people out of jobs. What did those people do? Those people, they're coming into your industry, which lowers your value to the corporation you work for, right? So the salaries will be going down. It's not that we're losing jobs and there's nothing anybody can do to bring the jobs back. It's you're going to lose the job and your salary will go down. And this is a good idea and a good system to hand to our kids. To me, that's insanity. Look beyond the smoke and mirrors. Yes, Sandra, if people are smart enough, open the curtain, look behind the curtain, stop agreeing with, there is a wizard behind that curtain. Look behind the smoke and mirrors. Blame yourself for not thinking deeper. We can only blame ourselves, Brother Mark. That's all we can do. I used to look at the idea that people are a commodity, the UCC stuff. Oh, yeah. That a birth certificate means that we are monetized, a value set up for life. You know, I got a lot of good friends, Brother Donald, that are looking at, I need more time to look into it. Was it Jessica and Donnell, Ty is another one. They're all looking into it too. And that's real deep stuff. And it actually makes a lot of sense. But we are barcoded, and it's whether it's social security number, birth certificates, race, religion, you know, all of these concepts, class, lower class, middle class, poverty, all of these things, we are completely barcoded. It's the same, to me, it's the same type of design. Programming people into a survival mode. Yes, Sandra, they put them in survival mode and they make a lot of money off of it. To me, that's not racist, it's DNAist. It's DNAist. And it's not the police. That's why I keep saying, if you're blaming the police, you are why black lives and white lives don't matter. The police are going to pay their mortgages. Blame the system. Blame your politician that made this happen, because it makes a lot of money on Wall Street. Brother Mark's talking about the replacements. Yes, AI is going to replace us. I'm going to have to post that video so y'all can see the flying drones that are coming to kill us all eventually. Once they have all that, they don't need us. Whew. And that's gonna be an ugly day. Y'all gonna be all fighting each other. We gotta get the white nationalists. We gotta get the darkest. And meanwhile, all of your kids are gonna end up in the same dirt that the billionaires put them in. When those killer AI robots come out, and they're not gonna be big robots. Not gonna be big ones. Big robots are expensive. Cost a lot of money to make. The robots you need to be worried about are these guys. I'll post a video, y'all can watch the whole video. The real cheap robots that probably, once they really get going, mass manufacturing, and if you actually think they're not mass manufacturing these killer robots today, you're crazy. They've been doing this probably a long time. They probably have fleets of them. Every day getting cheaper and cheaper to make these killer robots. And they say, oh, it's for North Korea. Oh, it's for Russia. Oh, it's for somebody else. Okay. You want to wait around and find out? Every day the cost to make them gets cheaper. They might be $20 now to make per robot on a factory, rolling them out. Goes down to $15, goes down to $10. Getting more efficient making the process because everybody's going to job, working for these corporations, making their ball bearings and the parts. And now they got drones that actually operate on one moving part. The significance of that from an engineering perspective is they don't break down. It's harder for them to break. They fly and they fly and they fly and they do their job. They recharge themselves with solar energy. And a little 2-gram dynamite or a little 2-gram charge to blow a human's brain up. That's what the killer robots are going to look like. You'll never see them coming. I got my friends that got the bunkers in the AK-47s. You're not going to shoot these guys. You have no chance of shooting them. It's a complete impossibility. You're not going to even see them coming. They can go through glass. They can actually go through doors. Watch I'm just trying to tell you that this is the world we're coming into. And these billionaires sitting high up in the Coliseum that are playing this game, that are just laughing, eating grapes, having a good time. They don't care. It's just a game for them. They're just bored. They got too many yachts and houses and you work for them, giving them more so they can play more games on your lack of information. I had to find a nice word to say. On your lack of understanding that the world is a Coliseum, that the world is a stage, and eventually, when this all gets rolled out, I kind of hit on the left side a little hard. I hit on the right too, but the reality is, it's all gonna come out for you. Because when they're done with it, they're gonna use it for you. Now's the time for people to actually realize who they should be trusting. And who you should be trusting are the people who are actually being barcoded, because they're the ones who are victims of the system as you are. Don't blame the barcoding that somebody got because you have a more privileged barcode. Blame the system, and I'm gonna leave the last comment with Sister Buddha Elaine. Ignorance. It's a hell of a drug. Ignorance will get you to do a lot of things. Stop being ignorant, people. Y'all have a good Freedom Friday. Enjoy your cotton plantations. Pick your cotton. And try to figure a way to get out of that job so you're no longer picking cotton. Start making things. Start buying local. Start thinking a little deeper than what the billionaires want you to think. Start getting rid of your deprogram to reprogram, as Brother Chris says. Y'all have a great weekend. I love it.